Welcome back everyone to Final Fantasy XIV Online with Mirriam Treespire. We are about to head into our next Warriors quest for a Realm Reborn. Let's get to it. Chatting with Curious Gorge. Looking the part, Curious Gorge would send you searching for ancient relics. Welcome again, my friend. I was wondering when your travels would bring you back this way. It just so happens that I have some exciting news. I've finally uncovered the clues pertaining to the whereabouts of the lost armor of my ancestors. As it turns out, after the fallen hero cast the 5 pieces from the mountain top, 5 of his pupils set out to recover them, intending to restore their master's name. What is more, they were actually successful in this search. However, when it came to reuniting the set, the armor's great power began to work upon their minds, and not one could bring himself to relinquish his piece. Realizing then that their master's fatal pride was born of the artifact's combined influence, the pupils resolved to keep the pieces separate, and to share between the 5 the power that might otherwise have consumed one. Thus did each of them carve his own place in history. The chronicles go on to say that years later, prior to the death, each of the pupils returned to the scene of his own greatest victory and buried the artifact in his possession in a final attempt to prevent any one warrior from holding the set. And it is there that the pieces still rest. Right, so you want me to go and get 5 pieces of carefully separated cursed armor and put them on me? Curious, have you thought this through? You may be interested to know that the armor I wear is itself a replica of the set crafted by my ancestors, identical in all respects save for its lack of the arcane enchantments that adorned the original. I know what you might be thinking. If we were to bring the 5 pieces together once more, what would prevent us from being corrupted in the same fashion? Well, I've thought of that. What we need only do is trace the runes we find on the armor onto every piece of warrior gear. That way, there would be no need to worry about a single proud fool becoming drunk on his all-surpassing power, as every warrior in the realm would be possessed of the selfsame might. Right. So instead of one infected individual, we're going to get... It's quite brilliant, if I do say so myself. There's a reason you're a warrior and not a wizard, mate. Anyway, so how about we split up and begin the search straight away? 3 of the locations seem quite self-evident. I would trust the search there to you while I track down the other 2 with tome in hand. One piece is said to be buried under the great rocks of Boulder Downs in Coerthas, while another slumbers peacefully at Camp Tranquil in the South Shroud. The last of the 3 rests untouched at Parata's Peace in western Thanalan. Unearth those 3 relics and bring them to me. With any measure of fortune, I'll have tracked down the remaining 2 by the time of your return. Sure, I can do that. Why do I have a feeling that this is a disaster? All right, let's go. If this episode goes very long, we might split it into 3, but let's see how we go finding our 3 pieces. Boulder Downs, let's go find that one on the map. It's in Coerthas, of course it is. Have we attuned yet? Well, that's annoying. Right. And Camp Tranquil, have we attuned yet? And Parata, have we attuned yet? Right. Sigh. Okay, let's go to Full Gold Float. We've got a little jog in ahead of us. Normally what happens is by the time you get to this stage, you will find that you've unlocked this because you've done your main story quest all the way through it. At the moment, I haven't done my main story quest to this point. That's because I wanted to do all the warrior quests in one go. All right, here we are at Full Gold Float, and we are going to go for a jog. Just turn the right way. This way. Now, what level am I? Okay, 45. What level is my gear? I'm not looking. You know what? Why don't... I know, I'm thinking. It's not painful, I promise. Well, okay, it's only a little bit painful. Let's go see if we've talked to the merchant over here, and we'll see if we can up our gear. We'll unlock the... Oh, the Chocobo Keep is already unlocked. Where's the merchant? Look behind you. Doopy-doo. All right, one merchant and mender. Let's go. We are going to repair our gear. Boom. We are going to have a look at our weapons. Level 30. Level 28. Okay. 30, 32, 30, 32. All right, we can only get level 28 gear in this camp. So we're going to just head on out. It was worth looking. It was worth looking. Normally I would do, as you know, all of the quests in this area, but we are on a quest by quest basis, so I'm doing one quest at a time. It is driving me slightly batshit crazy. Oh, I did say that out loud. I apologize. However, I know we have to do our Marauders quest because certain other things are driving me batty. Rightio, let's go. The nice thing about being level 45 in an area where most critters are level 27 is that I'm not going to get eaten as, on as much of a frequency. That's probably going to change once we head over into Western Coerthas, however you say that name. So let's go for a run. Now, I don't think I need to unlock Camp Dragonhead because my mission is that way, but we are going to unlock it anyway because we're in the area and we desperately need to be able to teleport here for any other crazy missions that might come our way. Do I have a bird now? I have a bird now. That's right. I have Thunder. Let's grab Thunder and get going. Thunder cannot fly. We're going to have to keep an eye out for that. That quest. But right now we're going to go look in the park. Level 45 already. Oh, I know. It's not Camp Dragonhead we need to go to. It is. There's a fate up here, but what level of fate is it? Level 35 these things are, so we might be able to handle a fate in this area. There's a lot of little side quests to help us level up our alt classes. That's pretty good. Aha. Him. We can take him. Let's get him. How much time have we got? 6 minutes 36 and it's Gavial. I don't know if we can take him in the time though, but we're going to give it a shot. I know, I'm going to be annoyed if I fall off this, right? Oops. I know, I'm starting to get a bit tired, run a bit weird. And we did it. All right. Nice batch of XP. That's going to help us level up. That's where we're doing it. And we need to just head on up this way. Yeah, every time you get a chance to do a fate, do it. Did we get any? Yeah, we got 201 storm seals on top of that, so that's pretty good. So yeah, and 7,920 XP. Pretty happy with that. 70 gil, which is of course not a lot, but not too bad. Let's unlock this. This is what we're here for. So yeah, even though we're questing, these are all the bits and pieces you've got to do in your quest if you're doing one quest line at a time and not actually mixing it with the story and other bits. There we go. Let's grab our bird. All right, let's go see if we can find our first piece of armor. I know, right? It was south of us. Follow that little orange arrow on our screen, on our mini-map. Do. We've got to go around the base of the mountain. If you're wondering why I'm running in a straight line and not actually hanging right toward it, I probably should have gone through White Brim and Boulder Downs. That's okay. Too late now. I got distracted by a fate. It is my fault. And then I ran into a pole. Alrighty. Come on, bird. Run faster. Level 36, level 35. It might ignore us, it might not. Oh yeah, definitely should have gone the other way. Alrighty. I know if I keep looking at my mini map, I'm going to fall off at my map while I'm running. I'm going to fall off the cliff. It'll be fine. Okay, they will definitely not ignore us if they see us. They are of the same level. These are Biast, which are a hunt target for our Marauder, I think, but we've hunted them already. Okay, yep. I mean, we could take the bridge. We probably should have taken the bridge. I think that was a salamander. And if you look at the mini-map, you'll see this determined little red dot chasing us. Okay. I know, it's awkward to jump off the thingamy when you're... Oh, crumbs. That was bad. Alright. There it is. Alrighty, I'm just going to hop down from up here because it looks like we're going to have to deal with these two salamanders. Actually, we are. So why don't I just do the smarter thing and position myself a little bit better? Oh, crumbs. Oh boy, that was not what I wanted. Okay, so much for that idea. Oh, and I got the ice sprite involved. I knew that was one of the things you should just kind of watch when you're doing this. I'm just going to switch to mono targeting here. I mean, the mass target is great when the trash is small enough to take out easily. But when it's not, you're just better off just taking them singly. Yeah, my bad. Alright, I think I'm going to flop this one. Because I was daft. Just grab that potion when it comes good again. And we should be using arm's length as well. Oh, okay. Alright, give ourselves a minute to recover our hit points because we have 2 more of these guys to take on. We might throw an axe at one and just get its attention. Just target this one. Tomahawk it. Oh, lovely. I was going to tomahawk it again, but it's decided to spit fire at me instead. Let's draw it over here so we're not facing off with 2 of them because it's challenging. Boom. Out of there. 1, 4, 3, 2, 3, 8, 10. Arm's length. 1, 9, 2. The water is actually making me mildly dizzy, the movement of the water. And 6, and 1, and 2, and 4. I should see the end of that one. Well, let's go this way. And 2, and 8, and 9 for faster. 10, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 1, and 2, and shift 5. Oops, not fast enough, Mirriam. Ow. And control 3, and 3, and 4, and control 4, and get out of there. Not fast enough. And hit that heal potion, and control 4 that. And 8, and 1, and 2. And let's go irritate another. Oh, that was the second one. Beautiful. Ah, this looks You sense a hostile presence. Alrighty. Where is it? Oh, well, that's a little bit big, isn't it? And 1, 10, arm's length. Interrupt its evil plan. Smack it again. Go with a control 6 and a 2. This is going to be a tough little battle, especially if you stand there. 4, 3, 1, 2, 3, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 8, and 4, and 10, and 1, and 2, and 3. That was in a Churia. Now I can has it now. I obtain a piece of fighter's armor. You know what? Can I put that on yet? Ooh, let's do it. 1 fighter's breeches. Don't they look swish? Update my gear set. Nice. Oh, what level is our gear now? 25. Let's go find another piece. I know, I'm going to get out of the water because it is making me feel a bit dizzy. We're going to go to Camp Tranquil. Have I unlocked it? No. Have I unlocked the other one that's not far from it, though? This one. Yes. All right. Time and past time, I think, to attune ourselves to Camp Tranquil. You know what we forgot to do? We forgot to go check out gear in this part of the world, but I think it might be an idea, seeing as we're finding gear. Maybe we should just wait. Maybe, I think. All right, across the little bridge. Grab Fluffy. I know, I was going to say, if we're lucky, there's not going to be too much that will take us on, but we're not going to be lucky because we're going right through an area of these big, bad-tempered trees. Let me just make sure I'm going to go this way. Who don't like it when you go through their territory. See, look, red arrow. Hi, bye. Oh, crumbs. Here we go. Run the gauntlet. Okay, these are level 36 though, and we're level 45, so that's not too bad. It means they may not attack us, but they still might. What was that? I am not stopping to look at that. That looked like a hunt target. I just caught it out of the corner of my eye as I went, oh, I know what that was. That was that pretty little dragonfly thing that will eat you in one single bite. Yeah. Okay. So what we're going to do first is we're going to go and attune to the Aetheryte in this region, so I don't forget again. The tortoises are usually okay about you racing past them on your chocobo. Usually. Just don't rub their noses in it, they're fine. Alrighty. Up here we go. What? Yeah. Unlock the Aetheryte. Alright, that is 2 lots of areas. We won't unlock them yet. We won't look at the gear until we've picked up the gear, if that makes any sense. We'll just unlock our Chocobo Porter. Alright, is that a fate? 1032 to train a tortoise. It's not in the direction we're going in, though. I am going to try and be a little bit more disciplined. Shh. Stop laughing. Can so too, maybe. I'm not as ADHD as okay. Yes, well, shush now. As I keep telling my students, it is not impossible. It is just difficult to focus. That's, yeah. And I've had over 50 years of learning that. I sense a hostile presence. I ran into the hostile presence. Now we're going to try and do this without attracting the attention of a Morbol, because those things are hard to beat at the best of times. I know, that stuff is acidic. Do you know what that does to a nice axe blade? It turns it into a not very nice axe blade. The handle gets slippery, and acid starts eating through your war gloves, and it's a pain in the neck. Haha, gotcha. Alright, do you have any friends? No, good. Big smelly lizard thing. Alright, well, I know he said to bring it to him, but I think the best way to carry it is to wear it. Rightio. Parata's Peace. Now, we can actually get to the nearest point, can't we? Yeah, we can get to Horizon. Ow, ow, ow. This is costing me a fortune. I know. My inner beast is like, grah. Let's go fight something. All right, inner beastie, we are getting there. I know, the cute little bunny has a temper. Apparently. She's a big axe, that's what she's got. I've got to learn how to actually really learn how to tank with this class. So I'm liking these skills here. So the thrill of battle increases your hit points by 20% and restores the amount you increase. So that kind of helps a lot. This is Vengeance, which reduces the damage taken by 30%, delivers an attack with a potency of 55 every time you suffer physical damage. Nice. This one here is actually beastie thing. This one over here is your Holmgang. Brace yourself for an enemy onslaught, preventing most attacks from reducing your hit points to less than 1. I like that. I mean, I do. I like that a lot. That Orban is, I would say the Orban is picking on the brass blade, but I have seen that little guy go out there and kick the Orban's tail when it's doing nothing but bouncing happily alongside him. I think he's looking for a fight, that little Lalafell. Where are we going? Looking the part. Oh, I may also have found my next. Oh, well, actually, I know where that quest is. I've been ignoring it. Although the Titan battle is the one of the ones I am confident of tanking. Because, hang on a minute. All right, we are going to the footfalls. All right, I gotcha. Excuse me a minute. Much better. I should have just used a ticket to Vesper Bay, and then ridden. Spheregeim, who you do want to talk to, we should do some of these unlock quests in between our main story quests. Looks like we've got a nice fate ahead of us. What level's that? Okay, we're not bothering with it. It's got 53 seconds to run. We haven't got a hope in Hades of doing it. We're not automatically joined to it, so we can't fail it. That's kind of cool. We're going to just run through here. What are we? These are level 20s. We probably could have... Yeah, not in 53 seconds. We're not that good. Alright, what level is our gear, by the way? 27 with that second piece. Liking it. The Yarzan Scavenger, who has got more attitude than sense. We're going to go over to this corner where our next lot of gear awaits. And we'll be doing this at a lower level. It could be painful, but there we are. Rightio, get off the budgie, because that's kind of going to hurt you otherwise. I mean, that thing. Yeah. We made it out. So I actually probably do want to have my 9 up and running. 2 and 4 and 3 and armor and hit him with the axe and do that 5 and that 6 and get out of there. I know, he's playing Squash the Marauder. Not my favourite game, Frog. Is that me chaining that toad to me? Mirriam, have you got no sense at all there? You're not supposed to chain the big fat squishy with a bounce frog to you. You're supposed to try and stay out of its squish range. That thing landed on that treasure chest, didn't it? Oh no, he's using it as a pillow. Fine. An old wooden chest. What did we find? I don't know. Let's find out. We found fighter's jackboots. Sure, let's pop those on. Oh, I like those. They look good. This marauder gear is nice, isn't it? What level is it? Level 50. But you only need to be level 45 to put it on. Unlike some of the other gear we could get. Alrighty, speak with Curios Gorge, who is all the way back. Of course he is. He's gone to hide at his waterfall. I hope he's got his other 2 bits. That'd be good to see. Here we go. Alrighty, let's go. Grab the bird. Where is it? I don't know what the shortcut command is for that one. But let's get going. Gee, it's quiet. Everyone's asleep. Well, it is 3:40 a.m. in Eorzea. Here it's 7 a.m. and I'm starting my day an hour and a bit later than normal. That's okay. I know our bird speed will increase as we complete more main scenario quests. I think the Colibri have learnt not to beat up Mirriam. That's pretty good. Well, there we go. I didn't think we'd get to all of these pieces in one go. Let us talk to Gorge. Hi, Gorge. How fares your search, Mirriam? Have you found aught of my tribe's ancient relics? Should you have the 3 pieces of armour, don them and show them to me. Ah, Mirriam, that you found the gear is most gratifying, but what I would truly fancy would be to see you in it. Wait, stand still for a moment. The armour so becomes you that I could not tell you had it on at first glance. But now I can have no doubt. I sense the power of the runes inscribed on each piece resonating with your soul crystal. This is the long-lost armour of the warrior. Yeah, do you want it? I, too, have found one of the relics, but I've run into an unexpected rub. When I donned the piece, I felt nothing, as if the lost treasure were no different from the unadorned replicas already in my possession. Whether the power has been lost to it or must needs be awakened by means yet unknown to me, this I cannot say. The ancient texts still hold many mysteries beyond my ability to decipher. But before I forget, I should mention to you that I did indeed track down another piece before I was waylaid by this current conundrum. You should find it sealed away at Red Mantis Falls. Again? Wow, alright. Red Mantis Falls. Let's go to Wineport. I like the way this teleport system is set up. Instead of it getting more expensive each time you use it, the expense is based on the distance you have to travel. It's kind of very cool. Where am I? Oh yeah, good. Yes, I am where I think I am. What's that? Traces and Tribulations. Okay, that is an unlock quest for a dungeon, I think. The problem with some of these unlock quests for the dungeon is they require you to run the dungeon in order to complete them. And there's not always someone around to do that. So I'm not sure how I want to approach those episodes where I'm actually waiting for the dungeon. I think probably what we'll do is I'll run a single quest while waiting for that dungeon. And it'll just be, this is the quest for that episode, and then this is the completion of the quest we started in the other episode. I think it's messy, and I don't like it, but it does look like that might be the way to go, because some of them you can queue for hours. Local legend states that he who calls the name of Met Shaljas 3 times will summon the unspeakable woodland monstrosity from deep beneath the earth to wield destruction on the world above. Fortunately, few can pronounce the name. Unfortunately, it appears someone was lucky. Let's go. Tomahawk him. Hi, wake up. Oh dear. And when he comes, you go. This can't be good. You know why? It's because someone was drunk when they did it. Only a drunk could pronounce the name accurately. That's what it is. Someone dared him. And not only did they pronounce it accurately once, but they pronounced it accurately more than once. Okay, I've got to practice using that interrupt skill. So I'm going to wait until he does that thingy again, and then we're going to try and smack him with an 8. This should be interesting. Too slow. Ow. This is why I don't try and time it, because I suck, which is probably why I should try and time it more often. See, the other thing too is if I don't try and time it, but I just do it, I can stun him anytime, so that's kind of good. I hit 5 instead of 4, which basically means I've invited another friend to the party that I really didn't need to be facing off with right now. Whoops. Spee, little cork bulb. Alright, now let's deal with this thing. Treat it with respect. It's still formidable, if tiny. Beautiful. Where were we going? Alright. Just over this log. Past this frog. See, that's a frog under a log instead of a frog on a log. And we'll just kind of... Oh, I see. At the bottom of the falls. Whoops. Yeah, we go this way for that. No, not at the bottom of the... Yeah, definitely at the bottom of the falls. No, under the arch. That's a pretty good spot to bury it. I wonder what's here. Let's find out. Oh, I can't go any further that way? I getcha. Oh my god! Well, it is a red mantis, and it is Red Mantis Falls. What was I thinking? Don't stand there. You'll get bit. Cool. Now, did it have friends, I wonder? We're nearly at level 46. Let's pop that thing on. Equipment level's now at 30. That's good. Okay, let's go speak with Curios Gorge. Oh no, I got my new boots wet and all. Grab that budgie. Come on, Thunder, let's go. Just taking his time and shaking his tail feathers. Let's go, bird. I know, I would complain that I could go faster, except that he doesn't have to slow down to catch his breath. He's just a good, solid runner. I will keep telling myself that. It'll be fine. Oh my gosh. Let's go. Hi, Curious. I see your search was a fruitful one. I'm pleased to say I've also gleaned some insight into why the armor I found seemed devoid of power. As I alluded to, the ancient warrior's armor derives its power from a concordance between the incantations engraved on the steel itself and the inner beast of the wearer. But my own resonance with the plating was too weak as to allow a proper connection with it, and now I think I know why. My soul crystal. It once burned bright like yours, but since the events in Wineport, it has been reduced to a lifeless husk. Why this happened I cannot say, but the tome is quite clear about what would happen were the powers of the armour to be bestowed upon one whose soul is weak. The inner beast would devour the mind of the wearer, who would go on a mindless rampage that would end only with the mercy of death. Yes, not unlike the crazed fiends we battle. I believe that the armour sensed my weakened state, foresaw the potential danger, and then knowingly shut off its powers to me, and I dare say we are fortunate that it did. I feel as though an apology is in order at this juncture. I must tell you, I left this final piece of the armour where I found it. The breastplate, as the piece closest to the warrior's heart, has powers far greater and more dangerous than the other pieces. Uncertain as I was as to the reason for my being unable to connect with the plate's mystical energy, I feared to take it would mean imperiling both myself and those around me. Your soul may burn stronger than mine, yet still I worry for your fate were you to put it on. Look deep within yourself, Mirriam. When you feel yourself ready, and only then, come speak to me again. All right, level 46. But is this a level 50 quest? Ooh, looks like we could take it on. But you know what, guys? I think we're going to call it an end to the episode just there. If you enjoyed it, please hit like. If you want to see more, please hit subscribe. And I'll check you later. Take care out there.